Hi and welcome back to the Big Knit Energy YouTube channel. My name's Sammy and this is episode 36 of my fiber podcast. I think it's been 3 weeks since my last podcast. I just haven't really felt like filming for a multitude of reasons. But I'm gonna try to be more consistent again. And I need to film a cleaning up my craft room. Or I don't need to film it, but I need to clean my craft room. So maybe I'll do that, maybe not, we'll see. But I'm just gonna jump in with finished objects. I have two, and two, and then I have 2 new cast-ons and a whip. So first finished object is, let's see, do I have the labels here? Last episode this was a half object. I had finished this sock and now I've finished the second sock. These are socks for me. They are 60 stitch socks with a 12 round cuff, a 25 round leg, heel flap and gusset, 60 round foot. I'm a ladies 9.5. And these are knit in the main color, which is called Crazy Plant Lady, or is it just Plant Lady? Let me get it, the label. Not Crazy Plant Lady, my bad. It's just Plant Lady, and this is on the Practically Perfect sock base, which is 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. So the main color is Plant Lady and the contrast color is Hoppy. And I really love these colors. I think my 2 giveaways ago, I did a giveaway with this color, both colors actually. I made a sock set because they had a lot of minis at the yarn store I was at. And yeah, I just wanted more mid-length socks, and I'm gonna make more shorty socks too, since I do live in Southern California. I end up wearing like shorts a lot, so I kind of like the way these look better with shorts than like a 60 round leg does. So yeah, it's my first finished object. And my second finished object is spinning. Oh, I forgot to say I have crochet this episode too. I started crocheting again for the first time in years. This is my spinning finished object, and this is an ounce of, or 1 day of my Valentine's Advent from Nest Fibers. It was a 14-day Advent, and each day was around an ounce. And they're different fiber bases, and this one happened to be like a slubby, what's it called, a tweed base. And I didn't want just like, I'm spinning the rest of it just like day to day, split up so it'll be a fractal, but still I didn't want just like a random chunk to be tweed in the middle of the yarn. So I decided to spin this on its own, and I just spun it into one long single. I think I did split it up into 3 or 4 sections to get faster color changes. And then I wound it into a cake after I was done spinning the single and plied it on itself. But this is merino slubs and silk, and this is 110 yards for, I don't know, like 28 grams or something. So yeah, I'd say this is about a sport weight, maybe in some spots a fingering weight. It's not the most consistent, and I spun and plied this on my Ashford Kiwi 3. Well, here it is a little closer. Hopefully you guys can see that. I have my phone far away today and just have it zoomed in a little bit, so I don't really know what it looks like. Next I'll show you guys my returning project. that you've seen before. And this is the habitation throw, and I'm knitting this in my Super Glow Fibers 12-day Cosmic Dust Advent from December of 2022. And the little Bobosaurus Rex is where I was 3 weeks ago. I don't work on this a lot, just like when I'm playing board games, or like today I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and I knit on it for like half the movie. But yeah, so I had originally split each 20-gram mini into 2 10-gram minis, and I was just going to knit each 10-gram until it ran out, and then once I got through all the colors once, I was going to start decreasing. But I don't think that's going to give me a very big blanket. Since I'm already almost done with the first half of it. So I think instead I'm just going to knit through all the colors once, and then I'll just knit whatever scraps I have into it, so that I use up more scraps and also just cause really. So I don't really love the colors, so I think if it's just overall extra super scrappy, then I won't care. But if it's just these colors both sides, then I think that I won't like it even more. Whereas if it's super wacky and has a bunch of other colors, I'll like it. So it's still scrunched up on the cord, but you can see this is about how big it is so far. And it's just really not enough for what I want. But I do really like knitting this. I like the pattern a lot. And yeah. Let me move my progress keeper before I forget, because I do forget. She do be forgetting though. Distinguished mark showing you guys already. What? Okay, next is a new cast on whip. And this is knit in, okay, well this is the stone sock pattern from 52 Weeks of Socks. This is the first one of 2, and this is, I might have knit too big of a size. This is a 68 stitch sock, and yeah, like I said, it's the stone pattern from 52 Weeks of Socks, volume 1, and this is knit in Yarn Cafe Creations Gothic Red, and this is on the biscotti sock base, which, oh, I have a little here, which is 85% superwash merino wool, 15% nylon. And this is part 2 of a gift knit. The first part was the hazelnut lace shawl or lace wrap, which I showed you guys either last episode or 2 episodes ago. I've stopped here because I need to measure the foot and see if it needs to go any longer. But this is for my niece's fiance. The hazelnut lace wrap is for her. They're getting married in July, so I thought it would be nice to make them something in their wedding color. So there's that. And I think, oh, I have another finished object. Anyways, I think I might run out of yarn, so I might have to order another one because I think I made the socks too big. I think he probably only needs a 64 stitch sock. He's not a very like big boned human, so I probably messed up there, but I'm not gonna fix it now. So yeah, I think I might run out. After I finish this sock, I'm gonna weigh the yarn and see how much this finished sock weighs compared to how much yarn I have left, so I know if I need to order another one. And my other finished object that I completely forgot about because it was in my project bag is a knit, plain and simple yarn cozy designed by Nitty Natty, and this is knit in Crafted by the Fates yarn. This pink is from her summer mini set last year, and then this green with pink speckles is one of the first like set of minis she dyed, and this ended up being turned into a color that she dyed for me because I loved it so much, and she called it I Don't Even Know a Samantha. So yeah, that's my other finished object that I forgot about. Okay. My other new cast on is a Whitmore cardigan. So let's see if I can unbunch this. So here is the top of the Whitmore cardigan. I'm trying to show you guys the lace detail, and I'm knitting this in a size 3. I'm knitting it on the recommended needle size in Woolberry Fiber Co. yarn. And this has like an integrated button band, that's why it has these deep ends here, which is not as annoying as I thought it would be, and it's a really nice result. Anyways, this is Woolberry Fiber Company, and I don't remember the base. Let me go grab a label. But I have a couple things to say about this pattern. I hope I don't forget. Well, I'm a little confused because I can only find one skein of this right now. So this is the colorway Peachy Keen on Berry Cormo, which I believe is a fingering weight. I think this is labeled wrong, but this is from, I don't know which release or what year. This is the older skein that I purchased from Our Own Knits and Pearls D-Stash, which I won't be doing again because I think she charged like full price for them plus shipping. So I don't know, I guess you can do whatever you want. Oh, I see the third skein, thank goodness. You can do whatever you want. I just don't think that's super cool to be doing. But yeah, I need to look up this base. It's Berry Cormo, but this is labeled 200 yards per 100 grams, which is just not right. This is definitely like a fingering weight. And this is 100% non-superwash US Cormo. It is not soft. It's a 2-ply. There's a lot of VM in here. I like it personally, but I think a lot of people would not like it on their neck area. So just beware of that. Yeah, Peachy Keen, Woolberry Fiber Co. And I'm almost done with the first chart, which is the longer part. There's another chart, which is a little bit just to bring them to a point, these shapes. And then I believe it's just stockinette knit flat after that, other than the sleeves are obviously round. So I'm hoping to have this for when I go to the weddings in July. Oh, I almost forgot. See, I knew I was gonna forget. About this pattern, the Whitmore cardigan. I really like it. It's easy to follow. The charts are nice and easy to follow also. The only thing is, I don't want to give too much away, but there's center double decreases, both from the right side and the wrong side. So you have to do a purling center double decrease. If you do this pattern, do not pay attention to the way she tells you to do a purling center double decrease because it is wrong. I'm a little agitated about it because now I have 2 center double decreases in the pearls that are not center double decreases. They look like faux cables. I don't think anyone would notice. I don't even know if you'll be able to tell, but these top 2 in the skinny row here, our skinny column here, these top two are not center double decreases and the rest of them are. So I did them. I was realizing they were indeed not center double decreases, and I looked up a video on how to actually do purl side center double decreases. Oh man, if I say the CDD anymore, I think I might run out of breath. But sorry, I'm trying to sit crisscross applesauce on a stool. Look up a video of purl side center double decreases if you're going to do this pattern, because they are way more complicated than it says in the pattern. They are easy, they're not hard to do, it's just more steps than what she says. So keep that in mind. Okay, that's enough about that. I've exhausted myself about that. Next is spinning. This is half of the other 13 days from the Nest Fibers Valentine's Advent. I don't think I needed to try to fit it all on one bobbin, but I am obnoxious and decided to do that anyways because I didn't think it would get this full. But this is where I ended. Obviously, I was trying to pack more on there. This is supposed to be an 8-ounce bobbin. I don't know how this works because I've never filled a bobbin like this that much. But this is like 6.7 ounces of fiber. I measured it. I weighed a bobbin and then zeroed out like an empty bobbin and zeroed out my scale, and then I put this on there and it was 6.7 ounces. So I'm not really sure how it's an 8-ounce bobbin. I think my 4-ounce bobbins don't hold 4 ounces for my Ashford spinning wheel either. But this is all spun long draw, and it's a super lot of blend of fibers, and I'm going to divide up the other ones even more so that they color change a lot faster and go through the fibers a lot faster, and I'm going to spin that end to end again and ply them together for a giant fractal of like 13 ounces of fiber. So there's that. I finally finished that. It took me for freaking ever. But my favorite part about this is the way that the fiber looks through the end of the bobbins. So completely different on both sides. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited that I'm done with the first bobbin, but also it's like, oh man, I'm only halfway. I have a whole nother half of that to go. So that kind of sucks. I'll probably focus more on some smaller spins on my Kiwi 3 just to get some more like instant gratification, because I have been buying fiber and not really using it that fast because I've only been doing that. So the last like whip I have to show you is in here because I had all my little scrap balls in here. There's a lot less now. These are smaller scraps that I can't make a whole square out of, but I started crocheting again. I actually, first I'll show you this. I got a coffee table. I didn't have one for a long time because my old dog couldn't really move around that good. So I did not have one simply so it would not be in her way and she wouldn't have a seizure. She was epileptic her whole life. So I didn't want her to have more furniture like bonk her head on or get her head stuck under when she was seizing. So, tangent. But I have a coffee table now, and I made a little super fast, like 20-minute mug rug so that I don't put my hot coffee cup directly on the coffee table and mess it up. So this is knit in just some Sheep G's Katona denim that I have around. This is a sport weight 100% cotton yarn. And yes, I don't know where my crochet hook is, but I think it's a 3.25 millimeter that I used for this. So there's my coaster. And then here is a bunch of squares. And what I did is I was knitting a coziest memory blanket, kind kind of. I wasn't really working on it ever. So that was something I started about a year ago. And I haven't touched it in 6 months. And I barely touched it before that. I only had 7 squares, I think. And the squares were the same size as this because I was knitting them on a US 3. So I only had 7 squares done in a year, so that would have taken me forever. So I unraveled those and I made them into squares. Not all of these are from that because there's more than 7 here. So this one is from that. And a lot of these, I'll organize these by who they're from, who the yarn's from. I guess I don't have that many. Oh, because I ran out of the other one. Okay, so these are all from Moonglow Yarn Co. minis. I'm not going to tell you each one, but these are from the Sharktastic Summer Sock Set. I forget if that's what it's called, but it's from 2021 Sock Week. And also from last year's Sweetheart Sock Set. Last year being 2022, not like last February. But I have a lot of them. So these are 2 different bases too. It's a 80-20 and also a 75-25. I just don't care. I'll be putting all fingering weight superwash into this blanket. So I was really inspired by both Crafted by the Fates crocheting and Haley or Lock Knits showing her crochet blanket in the Prickly Stitch podcast. And hopefully I'm showing these for long enough and not just like flinging them around. We're still on Moonglow Yarn Co. So I already have, how many squares do I have? So those are all the Moonglow Yarn Co. ones. I have 13 squares. This is scrap left over from a Yarnable. I made the rest of this into a camisole from My Favorite Things knitwear that I don't like wearing camisoles, so it's really pretty, but there's that. And this is the rest of the pink from the Yarn Cozy. So this is from Crafted by the Fates mini set. And this is a green that I dyed. This is just a 75-25. And then this is a mini that Nicole or Witch and Knit and Mama gave me. So that's pretty cute. But yeah, so here's all my squares. Whoa, I threw one. All my squares. And I'm going to join these with either like a dark gray or a black because I really like the way that Haley's looks with the contrast. So sorry, I'm trying to put them all together so I can hold them all. There are all my squares. And I have a lot more scraps to put in here. I think for the 75-25 it takes like 3.7 grams, and for the 80-20 it takes like 4.4. I was measuring them because I was really paranoid I was gonna unravel my Coziest Memory squares and then not have enough to make these. And these are the same dimensions, so that's cool. And they take like 1/5 or 1/6 of the time to make. So that's my crochet. And then I've been very bad and I have a lot of acquisitions, so we will get into that. So I'll start with yarn. This isn't bad. This doesn't count because it's from Phoenix or Crafted by the Fates. Phoenix dropped some minis and I obviously love minis now. So these are going to maybe be socks. I really have like some of her mini sets are so special to me. So one I'm going to use for the Stria for the stripes. And that was her one from October last year. And then I don't know, they're so cute. I don't know what to do with them. I want them to be special. Like I want to make socks with them, but I also want them to be more like visible. So that's hard. But this is the I forget what color is called. It doesn't say on here. Oh my goodness. Whatever, I'll put the names on the screens. They had cool, cute names. This one was like Sugar something, and this one was something about fairies or fae. I don't remember. They were cute names. And then she threw in this skein for me because we always like sending each other gifts. Like we're always sending each other little things. And she threw in this skein that she dyed that's super like mucky, mossy green, because I've expressed to her before how much I love moss because it reminds me of home. And she's told me how much she hates moss because of a school project she had to do. But yes, here's my mossy skein. And I love these. I love all of them. So yes, if you have good ideas on what I can use these for other than socks, because these will make the cutest socks, but I want to showcase them and nobody looks at my feet or else I cry. Those. I need to clean my craft room so bad. Throw that. And this is why. Okay. Next is some ice dyed fabric from Spin Cycle Yarns. They did another drop and I got 2 yards of fabric. This is the cotton and this is the colorway Smoke and Ash. And last time I got such a colorful fabric, and this time I wanted something a little more grungy and muted instead of like pastel and bright. So I'm hoping to make a really simple dress out of this. Well, actually, I think I have the pattern right here. I want to make this dress, but above the knee length, just barely above the knee. So yes, because I think that'll be like a super great base piece that I can layer knits over if I want to, or just wear as is, and it has pockets, and it'll be lightweight and good for Southern California. So there's my ice dyed fabric. Yeah. Next, I have 2 fiber purchases to show you guys and 1 tool. So the first fiber purchase is right here. And it's a little baby blanket. Sorry for the sound. So this is from Skagit Woolen Works. They are located in the same town I am from, in Washington, in Skagit Valley. And they showed this blend. Oh my goodness. They showed this blend on their Instagram stories, and I just couldn't resist. Look how pretty it is. It's really nice, warm brown. And this is alpaca, targi, and silk. So it's 55% alpaca, which I've never spun with. 25% targi, which is one of my favorite wools that I've spun because it's just so bouncy and squishy. And 20% silk. And this is all from like local Washington state farms, and it's processed in Washington and everything. So really cool that it's from my hometown, not just home state, it's like from the same valley as me. So that is my first fiber purchase, and I'm running out of fiber storage space. My second fiber purchase is a bat from Melly Knits, and this is Playdate. This is Romney, Churro, and Kriya, I think. This is a 100-gram bat, and very interesting. I'm really excited to spin this. I think it's going to be so airy. So I'm stoked to see that. This is my first purchase from Melly Knits, and I really want to get some more of her stuff because she's currently showing some, like, I don't know, they remind me of birthday cake or like cupcakes bats, and I love colors like that, so I'm interested in that. But this is 100 grams, so. And the last thing I got is still in plastic. I got the Valkyrie wool combs, and these got here super fast. I hate hand carding fiber, so all I have right now is hand cards. Like 5 months ago, I purchased a drum carder, an Ashford drum carder, and apparently it was back ordered until like July or something, and I didn't realize that. So I have a whole wash fleece that I have been hand carding or hand flicking, and I'm just tired of it. So I decided to try some wool combs because I don't know, I purchased a merino fleece too, that is actually going to show, so I won't be getting that until late July. But I was speaking to a lovely human from Fossil Fibers, whose fiber I really enjoy, and they suggested I try wool combs. These are just the mini extra fine ones. Yeah. And then this is a little table stand to hold one. And they suggested I try wool combs because pretty fine merino, which the fleece I purchased is going to be extra fine, doesn't really enjoy being carded, so even once I get my drum carder, I might not want to put it on there. I probably will give it a shot just to see what happens, but out of curiosity, or maybe I'll blend it with something. But I wanted to have the wool combs too, so I will be fully equipped. Sorry, I got an itch on my ankle. I don't think I ever shared with you guys my April stash down update, because the last video I filmed was April 30th. Maybe I did talk about it, so if so, then I'm sorry, this is redundant. But I got two, I think I did share this. I'll cut this out if so. But I got two from Typical Bliss, which I was part of her Patreon, which I have now changed my tier to the point where I don't get any yarn, considering it's been super late and it's not helping my stash down. And I got 4 skeins from Crafted by the Fates because I couldn't resist her Courage collection. Courage is one of my favorite shows from growing up. And I only used 1 skein, which isn't true because I knit a lot in April, but I only started 1 new project that I was using a fresh yarn for. So I had knit plus 5 skeins. Good job, me. So I'm not really beating myself up about this actually. I don't really care that much. What I am doing instead of purchasing a lot of yarn is purchasing fiber. So I need to work out some storage because I have no room. But yeah, so I started April with 118 and I'm ending April with 123. But yeah, I'm using up scraps instead of using fresh skeins, so kind of a bummer. That is all I have for you guys right now, so I will see you hopefully in 2 weeks instead of 3 or longer. I'm feeling better about filming. I was feeling discouraged because I wasn't really getting views, which shouldn't matter that much, but it still for some reason hurts my feelings. And yeah, it just doesn't matter. I just want to talk to you guys, so I need to stop being so sensitive about it. And I will see you guys soon. Bye. Weird outro.